It's the 2023 NBA Finals and Jimmy Butler has carried the Miami Heat to the Eastern Conference battle with the Boston Celtics. Jimmy Buckets is one of the best two-way players that we've seen in the NBA of our generation. So it's only right that this build can do everything, since that's what Jimmy is doing right now in Miami with the whole entire Heat franchise on his back. This build can finish at the rim with contact dunks. It can also shoot the three ball when need be with the 85 three-point rating. You're also able to show Jimmy Butler's explosiveness with the ball in your hand by getting quick first step on Hall of Fame. And of course, it has to be able to defend with the 86 perimeter defense and the 90 steal unlocking glove on silver and interceptor on gold. All right, for the position on this build, you want to make sure you go with point guard. And I know Jimmy Butler is more like a shooting guard or a small forward, but just so you're making the best build possible, go with point guard. We're gonna go ahead in this right hand. Jimmy Butler is obviously right-handed, and jersey number is 22. Jimmy Buckets is about 6'6", 6'7", but for this build, we're going with 6'6". The height we're going with is 180 with the wingspan of 7 foot. And body shape, I went with defined. It just don't really matter, but I picked defined just because I feel like that's the closest to what Jimmy Butler is. All right, so my badge count is 14, 20, 18, and 15. Starting with finishing, we got a close shot of a 60, driving layup of an 80, driving dunk of an 86, and standing dunk of 44. So the main 2 points I want to make sure I address in the finishing category are driving layup and driving dunk. For Jimmy Butler build, those other categories aren't very important, but with the 86 driving dunk, you're able to get limitless takeoff on gold, and you're also able to get other finishing badges that you need to finish in the paint like Jimmy Butler. For our driving level with an 80, and that's more than enough to finish through contact, finish through traffic in the lane whenever you're taking layups. And as I said earlier, we get 14 finishing badges. And now onto shooting, and of course, Jimmy Butler's not considered one of the best shooters in the game, but he can't hit those big shots whenever it matters. So right here, we get 20 shooting badges, and I went with the 85 3 ball just so I can get agent threes on silver along with limitless range on silver. And some other good badges I feel like you will need to hit those shots consistently. Our mid ranges is a 75, and our free throws at a 69. I'm not really gonna be playing in a break or anything with this build, but if you want to, you can take some from other categories like ball handle or lower the speed or acceleration so that you can get that free throw up a little bit higher. For our playmaking right here, Jimmy Butler's not a Steph Curry or a Kyrie Irving when it comes to handles, but he can handle the rock, and he does handle the ball majority of the time. Whenever it matters, he got the ball in his hand, so you want to make sure that you can handle the ball. I went with the 89 ball handle just because I wanted to get quick first step on Hall of Fame. I feel like Jimmy Butler is very explosive, and that quick first step is really dangerous, so I want to make sure I got that on Hall of Fame. Our pass act, we went with the 75. Whenever you're looking at pass accuracy, a 75 to 80, especially on current gen, that's all you really need to be able to effectively pass the ball. And then for our speed with the ball, we went with the 75. The only reason I went with the 75 is because I want to make sure that I can equip that Michael Jordan dribble style. That's the best dribble style in the game. If you want to know the best dribble moves that you want to have on as a dribbler in this game, make sure you check out my new season 7 dribble moves video. I'll link that in the description down below. But moving on to defense, and right here, this is where Jimmy Butler turns into a two-way, because he's one of the best two-ways. He guards some of the best players in the league while also scoring majority of the points on the offensive end for his team. And while he is a great defender, when it comes to perimeter defense, he's not really a rim protector, so I don't really focus on block or interior defense. I want to make sure that he was really good on the perimeter, so I went with the 86 perimeter defense along with the 90 steal. And with these attributes, we get clamps on silver, we get glove on silver, along with interceptor on gold, and also ankle braces and workhorse on Hall of Fame in case you need those. But this is what our defense looks like. We want the interior defense of a 36, perimeter of an 86, steal of a 90, no block, no offensive rebound, and then we put our defensive rebounding on the 48 just for badge purposes. Now onto our physicals, I put mine at an 89. If you're dribbling in this game, you want to make sure you have at least an 80 acceleration, because if you don't, your player's gonna be moving slow when you got the ball in your hands. This year, what matters when it comes to dribbling is acceleration and quick first step. Your speed with the ball and your ball handle also matter, but you want to make sure that you have these on along with those so that you can move fast. Our strength is the 43, our vertical is the 80, and our stamina is at a 90. Here's the takeovers you're able to get with this build. You're able to get slashing, shot creating, sharp, and lock, but I went with lock and sharp shooting. I might switch that to lock and slashing. I don't know yet, because slashing takeover is OP in this game. You get super crazy contact dunks consistently with whenever you have on slashing takeover. You don't even have to time the meter, but right now I'm going with lock and sharp. And now I want to show you how I spread out the badge points when it comes to what's important. So of course you want to have on limitless takeoff. You want to have that as high as possible. Posterizer, you want to put that on silver just so you can get your contact dunks. Fearless finisher for a Jimmy Butler build, you definitely want to have this on as high as possible. And then I would throw on acrobat on silver for the rest of my badges just so you can finish those double clutch layups in the paint. For shooting, you want to make sure you have on agent threes. I feel like this is the best shooting badge in the game. Green machine, I maxed that out. Green machine is one of my favorite badges. Volume shooter, I put that on bronze just because I'll be taking a lot of shots with this build. Limitless range, I put that on silver so I can be able to shoot a little bit farther. Deadeye is a really good badge if you shoot when people are closing down in front of you, so I'll put that on silver. Clutch shooter is going to go on bronze. And these last four, I like to use amped on silver and guard up on silver, but if you have any other badges that you like more than those two, you can put those remaining badge upgrades on those badges. Now for playmaking, you want to make sure you have on clamp breaker as high as possible. This game is very ISO heavy, and this is basically an ISO badge. Handles for days, you want to make sure you have that on so that you're not blinking consistently. Quick first step, like I said, have this as high as possible. And now as you can see, we only have 2 more badge points available, but by this time in the NBA 2K23, you should have done the quest where you get extra badge upgrades. And I'm gonna say use those badge upgrades on playmaking because that's what I did. You're gonna make sure you max out unpluggable and then put bailout on bronze. If you have have any extra playmaking upgrades, you can use killer combos. That's decent. Or whatever you like, you can throw the extra badge points on those. Now for defense, you want to make sure you have clamps on silver. Glove is going to be on silver. Intercept is going to be on gold. Now we have 5 left. You can go any way you want to go with this. I'm going to put menace on gold, and then I'm going to go with workhorse. I feel like that's the most effective badge layout. But if you like anything different, you can switch it up.